This video is all about reactivating and renewing your profile on Sam.Gov. And then basically within 24 hours, boom, the account was renewed. So just be on the lookout. Once you receive or reach this screen, it means you've submitted everything. Yay! Please be on the lookout from an email from Cage. The last time I received an email from Cage, it came from cagereview@dla.mil. And they asked for questions, certificate of good standing, verifying the address. So I responded, I gave them everything. And a woman, I'll just say her first name, is Christy, she replied back. And that's when she had asked for a copy of my invoice. So I submitted a copy of the invoice to her. Do you have an inactive registration or need to renew your registration? This is the video for you. In your workspace, you simply click the inactive registration. It is listed right here. Next, you're going to click update. The process is very similar to when you first registered on Sam.Gov. So you want to make sure you have your tax ID document issued by the IRS, that you have some type of documentation that shows proof of your physical address. Recently, when I was renewing an entity, they even asked me for an invoice showing that I paid rent. Just be prepared because you never know what they're going to ask for. What is your relationship? I am an employee or officer. I am the owner of this company, the majority owner, so this applies. And I certify. The reason that they ask you this is because they don't want just anyone willy-nilly going in here and acting on your behalf. And believe me, people try. There is a guide that you can download for those of you who like those type of things. By all means, click it. Take a look. Here you go. So you see it's a 2-page PDF and it provides some really good information here for you. This is ideal for you if you're the type of person that loves additional information. Everything is here. How long does it take for the registration to be active? 10 to 12 business days. This is vital because I just ran across an opportunity that said you will not win it if you do not have an active SAM account. So things to be aware of, but also things happen in life. Registrations are not always at the top of our list, so we make the most out of it. You click next. I want to do business direct with the US federal government. That's what you're going to select. Now, they've added all of these options. Bid on a federal procurement opportunity as a prime. That's what you want. Okay, just ignore the other options, bid as a prime. Click next. Who required you? Well, clearly the federal government required us. However, there are some states that may ask you to have a Cage code. There's different organizations out there that may ask for this. So there's a ton of options. Federal government, that's who you want to select. So then they provide a summary of your entity. And then they're asking you, do you want to update your points of contact? Personally, I don't want to go there because I don't want anything that's going to prolong being able to update and get this thing active. I don't want to do that. I don't want to chance it. That's just me. And then it says, I'd like to update or renew my entire entity. That's what I'm looking to do. And then again, they have another guide. It looks like it's basically the same guide as before, but they have it there again. You click next. Then they provide this amazing chart. You're wanting all awards. It may be tempting to say, well, what's this financial assistance thing? Don't worry about it because look at all awards. It covers it. So you want to select all awards. Now what they're doing is once again checking to make sure your organization is still actively listed. This is vital because there are some of you out there who maybe you obtained a physical address and then maybe you got rid of it and then you started using a virtual address thinking that you've somehow bypassed the system, or perhaps you have a corporation and you haven't paid the annual dues to your state. So these are just things to be made aware of because any hiccup is going to prolong this process. And they already said it's going to take 10 to 12 days. We don't want to prolong this. So this is my entity. Everything is accurate. And then it's inactive. Life got in the way. So click next. Now they're asking us again to validate, very similar to when you first registered, right? I can provide official documentation. And once again, they keep providing the same download. It's a 2-page document. If you're that type, print it, have it on your phone, have it up at the same time. Do whatever it is that you need to do to get the job done. It is vital. Now, they are asking some additional questions, which, okay, I mean, you gotta love government, right? This is an LLC, we are for profit, and we have 0 employees because this is a joint venture. No one works for the joint venture. The joint venture had a contract, and then the monies went to the 2 companies who are owners. And then you can see, oh, Qualtrics, that's who did the survey. So Qualtrics must have the contract with the federal government then. Then it says, enter your current correct legal business name and physical address, then select next, which is a little frustrating because it's right here, but that's okay. I don't add the doing business as, that's just me, because I just want to get this through. That's the only reason I don't do it. Then what I also do is I cut and paste this exactly as it appears. And I'm double checking my work, the name, physical address, state, city, and then I'm going to next. Now it's searching all of the records to confirm, yes, what you have said really is true, okay? I recognize my entity. So again, if you're the type that tried to work around the system, your entity may not come up. It came up the first time because we were in the system before, and then it came up again because we are active and legal. Every year we have to pay a fee to the state of Florida. There is a business license that we must keep active with the city of Melbourne, Florida. So you select it, and then you'll also notice something that they've added. You see, they have the kind of entity type, and you can see some information on our NAICS. And so you can see on the options that are here. Okay, so now I click next. Are all the details correct? No, everything looks good. Everything looks good. So they asked for the start year, and I actually pulled up, this is the letter from the IRS. So it was in 2017. State of incorporation, Florida. This is not the state where you currently live. This is not the state in which you have one location, the state of incorporation. This is vital because some of you may have incorporated in Delaware, but now you're in Wyoming or you're in Iowa or you're in Illinois. Just put the state that you incorporated because all of these answers will be double checked. So again, it lists my UEI, my cage code, because it's just that it was inactive. It has that I'm interested in all awards, has the address, the expiration. Then it asks, do you want to be in the public search? My answer is always yes, because this means you will show up on the dynamic small business site, which if an agency is seeking businesses, if someone's looking for a partner, I want us to show up. If you're the type that's like, no, I don't want my information out there, I don't want anyone to know about any of this, then just unclick it. Again, the guide is available. We have so much more to respond to, yes. Save and continue, I know that information's correct. I'm just perusing through it. Save and continue, it's going to send a password. You have to check your email. I like to have my cell phone available when I'm doing this because it's helpful because you have to log in to even be able to do this. So, okay, so I received it. Okay, terrific. And you'll also notice all of your answers from before are here. So nothing has changed. I'm not looking to rock the boat. I'm looking to get through this within the 10 to 12 days, y'all. That's what I'm looking for. Just double checking. Now, if anything has changed, if you used to be woman-owned and you sold majority share, of course, change your answers, but nothing has changed. Banking information, everything is the same. There is one difference here. They had my married name. I did change that. You can see the process is fairly quick because all of your information is there. You can see no DBA. Nothing has changed with the NAICS codes going forward, but I do want to add a bonus strategy. If you want to add a NAICS code, this is the time to do it. Just go to the other screen and add it. For annual receipts, I always list $1. That's just what I do. It was way more than $1, but why do I need to give them more information than they need? Like, they've already added a ton of questions, right? Okay, so you can see the NAICS are here. You can actually click right here and edit them, which is convenient. Not anything I need to do. Going back to the assertions. Because this is a joint venture, the two firms who are members of the joint venture are listed here. That screen may look a little different for you. Other than that, this is pretty much exactly what your screen will look like. I'm going to see if I can continue without adding my UEI. Oh, that was interesting. A big blue screen popped up. Well, I was able to do so that was great. And you can see here, it lists the NAICS codes that we identified and if we qualify as small business. So again, this is all the information that was there before. Okay, well, apparently I did not answer 25 about affirmative action plans. We have not had contracts subject to them. Most of you will probably write that. If you have had contracts subject to them, then answer accordingly. And for this company, my title's majority owner. That's just what I put on there. Because with a joint venture, it doesn't really matter because the money is funneled to two companies. Okay, well, 45 and 46. Do we employ severely disabled? No, because we have no employees. Are our financial statements in compliance with generally accepted accounting principles? Yes, because we have a CPA, we use QuickBooks. I don't know what will happen if you hit no, but just be made aware of that. Okay, I've read the FAR and DFAR. You can see all of that here. Do we wish to apply for a federal financial assistance program? No, you may want to. This is a little interesting. For security purposes, they prefer that you're using an email affiliated with the firm or with the business and that the email addresses on file are affiliated with the business. I say this is interesting because there are companies out there who are paid to sign you up on SAM, which I've used one before just to try it out. I wanted to know what it was like. Also, those same companies may renew your entity on your behalf. This is vital because anyone who has access to this can change your bank account. Just keep that in mind. And when it says group email, it's like info at, chat at, help at, sales at. Those are group email addresses. Moving on. And feel free to double check all of the information that's here. Now they're asking for me to review more. Okay, I'm submitting. It is processing. And to submit it, it's going to send me another password. So back on my trusty dusty phone. Once you receive or reach this screen, it means you've submitted everything. Yay! Please be on the lookout from an email from Cage. The last time I received an email from Cage, it came from cagereview@dla.mil. And they asked for questions, certificate of good standing, verifying the address, kind of the typical email that they send, but because there's so much information and all of the little asterisks sometimes seem intimidating. You have 3 days to respond. Make sure you respond. So I responded, I gave them everything, and a woman, I'll just say her first name, is Christy, she replied back, and that's when she had asked for a copy of my invoice. So I submitted a copy of the invoice to her, and then basically within 24 hours, boom, the account was renewed. So just be on the lookout because we get to this stage and we think, oh my gosh, we're done, woo! Yeah, you're done, but be on the lookout. And also a bonus strategy, which also applies to me too. Despite being in this space for 15 years and everything that I've done and continue to do, don't wait until your registration expires. Please don't, please don't. Renew early, like a month ahead of time, 2 months ahead of time. That goes for me too, okay? That goes for all of us. So I adore each and every one of you. If you haven't, check out my book, winnerswaybook.com. It is a physical book, winnerswaybook.com. Check it out. Yours truly, woo! Also, check out for free profitablecontracts.co. Please join my Facebook group. I love and adore each and every one of you. You all are super amazing and everything is possible. Take care.